To worship in spirit and truth means this. It means to worship with our whole heart that is properly informed. So God, you're going to get my whole heart expression, meaning this. All of my emotions, my fears, my worries, all of my happiness, all of my joy, all of my thank you, God, so much for coming through, to say thank you, God, for your faithfulness. You're going to get all of that from me, all of my heart. To sometimes say, God, I'm so scared, but I still worship you, right? Man, God, I don't understand why bad things happen, but I know that somehow you're still good in it. I still worship you, right? God, I just want to give you my whole life. And so that's what to worship in spirit means. To say, God, you've got everything. You've got me and what I do on a daily basis. You've got my emotions, and you can handle and you can hold them, whether my emotions are good or bad or whatever it looks like. Sometimes emotions get ugly. God, you've got that. That's what it means to worship him in spirit, right? You got my whole heart. But in truth, it also means this. It's an and it's a both. But I also want to worship you in truth, to be properly informed. That's exactly what Steph did this morning, right? Which was so great, to be properly informed, to say, we're about to sing this song. And sometimes this song is emotional because it talks about the blessing of God and the faithfulness of him, and let his favor be on you and all of that. And sometimes that does get you in the feels to say, yes, I want blessing for my family, and this feels good and great, and I want this for my kids and my grandkids, right? It gets us in the feels, and it's like, oh man, this is good, right? So that is in spirit. That's with my whole heart, to say, yes, God, I want your faithfulness for my kids. My whole heart. But also in truth, when she took a moment to say, but what does the blessing of God really mean? What does the favor of God really look like? And it's not houses, and it's not cars. It's not this monetary limited value. Yeah, he takes care of you. He provides for you. That's an amazing thing that God does. But what does his blessing really look like? His blessing to you is him coming and turning his head back to you, turning his face to you as God over everything, and saying, I will kneel before you and serve you, and I will show you and demonstrate that love for you. As Romans says, demonstrate that love for you by proving this to you by sending my son Jesus. That's the truth.